Hello, everyone. Welcome to Infinity Source Code. I'm Sherry Collins. Grateful to see you today. So today I want to talk about something that we all are very understanding of, and that is the grass is not always greener on the other side. And what does that actually mean for most of us? We tend to chase everything outside of ourselves when everything is truly within us. So all of these things that we can practice and do come from needing to chase after techniques or solutions, or how do I get something that can come to me really quickly. And part of it is that everything is already within you. It's about understanding where you're internal, and if it's not comfortable to be internal, most of us can't even spend 30 seconds with ourselves quietly. That when we chase outside of ourselves, we feel like we're doing something. It's a tangible chase to something else. What happens is when we chase something, it actually pulls it further apart from us, because there's part of us that doesn't believe we can have that or not worthy of it. So when we look at the grass is greener on the other side, we tend to want the green-eyed monster. They have something that I don't. And you think that you are separate from it, from having it, from exploring it, from being able to have the tangible. But the thing that comes with this is that most of the time when we actually receive those things, we don't actually want them. They just come to us because we think that the tangible is going to make us happy, that having all this stuff is going to make you happy. And what I've noticed is that when we're constantly in a chase, your dopamine levels are higher, you don't know how to detox your cortisol. And so what happens is the body starts to go into this accelerated, I need more stimulation, I need more external validation. When we start to look within, it closes that gap of chasing, and then we are one within ourselves. That theory that we can't spend more than 30 seconds with ourselves is very true. Try sitting with your eyes closed, not thinking about anything for 30 seconds. Your brain's going to just take off and try to bring all these things that you need, that need your attention, other than you just sitting there with yourself. So when we go through these processes and these learning lessons for ourselves, we're always trying to chase external. But I want to challenge you to go internal. And I want you to look at the grass greener on the inside of yourself. And during this exercise, I want you just to be mindful for the first 30 seconds of what comes up. If it's not relevant, don't give it attention. Don't pay it any more attention that you've already given it. We want it to leave and not come back. So if we don't acknowledge it and we don't stimulate it, it will leave. It can't survive when there's no attention. And this is all how the ego has survived all along, is you give it so much attention on the things that you don't want, that when things come by that you do want, you think you're not worthy of it. So in this exercise, I want you just to close your eyes right now. I'm going to walk you through it just nice and short for yourself. And I want you just to sit for 30 seconds. Don't speak to yourself. Try not to create any thoughts, and just let whatever comes up come up. How was that? Wasn't even quite 30 seconds, but did you have thoughts? Did you have something that came up to tell you something? Did you have something that come up that told you something? And did you acknowledge it? The easiest way to understand this is the less you give it, the less power it has over you. So coming into stillness and one within you is going to create the biggest up-leveling, first and foremost, for yourself. So when we can get to like 30 minutes with no thought and just sitting in the moment, you will start to realize how much empowerment you actually have, and how much gratitude is going to show up and build into you increasing your mental health, your wellness, your joy, your gratitude. And all of this is going to start to unfold step by step. So I want you to practice this every day, and I want you to build off the 30 seconds. If you have thoughts, just let them pass by. Don't create any more emotion to them, and see what transpires as you move through that. The more you can sit in stillness, the more you will create within yourself something that is a higher resonance to what you're actually looking for. The other thing I want to jump on this as well is the more you validate and appreciate yourself, the more your life will change, because you are the only one in your reality. You've created everything else to show up with you, to support you in this journey. And the more you shift in your gratitude and appreciation for yourself and all the things that you've done and accomplished, those things will start to reflect back in your life. in this now moment, if there's things that are showing up that you don't prefer, that's because it's old programming starting to work its way out. The more you can sit in this positive moment for yourself and just keep acknowledging the great work you've done and where you're going and where you want to go to, that will start to change and shift all of the past programming into something brand new for yourself. So I really want you to sit with this for yourself. What is 30 seconds? Do you have 30 seconds to give yourself that attention that you need, instead of chasing something external to yourself? Because you're ready for something much bigger. You just don't know it yet. And I want you to really find out how much you know about yourself through this process.